Praise y'all. This is a classic technique. It's a tool that's been around ever since I can remember, back when I was using the MPC 1000. I'm not sure if it existed in MPCs before that, but it's kind of a long forgotten tool, at least to me, because of other newer techniques and tools that you have in the MPC. And it's in the MPC, but it's buried in the sample edit screen, kind of as a last thought thing. So this feature allows you to flexibly adjust the tempo of your drum breaks and sync them with your tempo of your project. I don't really like how warp sounds, so this is kind of an alternative for that. It's still not my favorite way of going about it. I actually prefer just to pitch my drum breaks, like auto pitch them using the BPM match feature. So I made a video on that, and I'll link a card here so you can see that as well. Real quick though, if you're looking for some sounds and a great way to support the growth of this YouTube channel and keep me making these videos, I've got sample packs over here on my PayHip store. I've got drum kits, and I've got one-shot instrument packs as well. So go check it out. I appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna go in here to my browser and grab some drum breaks. I've actually put together this kit I'm gonna let go for a couple dollars. It's of 22 drum breaks that I've made, 22 drum loops that I've actually built by finger drumming them on my SP44 Mark II. So it's all raw, all finger drum, no sequences, just 2 to 4 bar loops. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll all the way to the bottom because there's one I wanted to load up. So I'm gonna go straight into the sample edit and then go to chop. I'm gonna use the threshold, pull the threshold back a little bit, try to get some more of the transient points. This isn't always perfect. So I'll leave it right there and then actually go in manually with the pencil tool, add in some more chops where I see that they're needed. And then I'll go one by one and adjust the endpoints. I'm leaving link slices on. It makes it easy to adjust the start and end point of the next hit. From there, go shift, convert. And this is why I said that this is buried, because you have to go all the way to the end and you'll see something called patched phrase. Then you want to select the amount of bars. So this is a 2-bar loop, so that works out. Just press do it. And what that's done is it's created a new file, which is a patch phrase. So I'm gonna go out here and go over to track edit. I'm gonna switch this to the new sample. All right, and then go to the main screen and then adjust the tempo. So this works in real time. Yeah, so it works very well when you're speeding the tempo up. Now if I go backwards, and if I slow it down, you start to hear that it sounds a bit choppy. So that's kind of a limitation to this, because really what it's doing is just referencing the slice points and then slowing the tempo down and allowing that flexibility. There's also an alternative to this if you don't need to use the loop like in a live situation where you're triggering a pad. I can go into the sample edit and use the same chop points and then go shift, convert. And this is kind of what we all use usually when we're chopping up any kind of sample and we want slices on a drum program. So create new drum track using slices, but you want to check this create events box. Go ahead and hit do it. And then now I have the same slice points, but then if I go into the arranger here. Let me set this to 2. Or you go into the grid, you see that it's created events for each chop point. So it's kind of similar, but with the sequence data. And I can also slow this down, speed it up, right? And one reason why you might want to use this instead of the patch phrase is because we can kind of fill in some of the gaps that you hear when you slow it down. The gaps from the chops not, you know, meeting. So if you go into track edit, you have what's called a tail length. You got to first click on this icon here and select all so that I can affect all the pads at once and then adjust the tail length. So it adds a little bit of air in between the chops, it fills in the gaps. So there you go. I just wanted to share with you all the classic patched phrase, an alternative to warping if you don't like how that sounds, you know, to build on top of that the pat phrase technique, and then using the create events, using the slice points and the drum track from slices. Go check out the drum break pack that I finger drilled on the SP44 Mark II if you want. I'll put it up for $2. It's in the PayHip store. There'll be a link in the description to that at the very top, and a link to all my other products there as well. So leave a comment, let me know if y'all are still using this. Did you forget about the patch phrase? Did you even know about it? Did you know it existed? It does, and it's kind of a useful tool if you need it in certain situations. But once again, my actual favorite technique is just doing auto pitching using the BPM match. So I'll also link that here in a second. Go check out that video as well. All right, appreciate y'all. Keep on with your dreams. God bless. Peace.